the experiment on the potentiometer. We can look at the whole setup here for a moment. There's a supply battery here. The current from the positive side of this supply battery goes down to the far end of this 2-meter stick. It then travels down a fine uniform wire down to this side, and then that comes down to the negative side of the battery. So that now there's a current flowing through here and a uniform potential drop through this uniform wire, which is presumably the same every centimeter of the wire. The device is used in order to measure potential differences under conditions of zero current, so that it is useful for measuring the output of a battery when one isn't drawing any current from it, or from a thermocouple where the potential would be different if one was drawing current. Since there's a uniform potential difference across here, if we connect another battery from that point over to here, we can balance the unknown battery or a standard cell against the potential difference here. And if those two are equal, then there shouldn't be any current. In other words, the positive side of the battery, of the supply battery, and either the standard cell or the unknown cell are connected together here. At the moment, this switch is down so that it's connected to the unknown cell. Then the negative side of this battery comes from here to here. It goes through the galvanometer. It goes from there to this contact. And this is simply a little slide contact with a spring on it. And I can make contact by pushing down like that with the wire. Of course, I never want to move this while the contact is down, or I would scrape some of the metal off this fine wire and it would no longer be uniform. If the potential of this battery were exactly the same as the potential of this, then I would have to put this at the far end and they would balance each other out. Since this battery is less than this, they will balance someplace in between, and I can find out where that point is by getting a point of zero current flowing through this battery. And now let me show that. There are an unnecessarily large number of buttons here, a low sensitivity, medium, and high. I'll push both I hope we change these so they lock. I'll push both the low and the medium and push this, and as you see, I get a deflection on the galvanometer when I push that. Fairly large one, but I can find a place where that's small. I can move along. Then when it's very small, I can push the high sensitivity one and refine my measurement even better. Just giving this a push to see if the needle moves at all. It doesn't. And therefore, the potential difference of this battery is the same. If we look at the long shot again of this, the potential difference of this battery is the same as the potential difference between the far end of this and here. In other words, from that contact down there to here is a potential drop along the wire, just balancing this. Of course, if I knew the potential of the dry cell, this is the only measurement I would have to make. But since I don't know this very well, since it's drawing current and changes from time to time, I can calibrate this potential difference by moving this up into this position and repeating my measurement. And now you notice it will no longer be balanced because the standard cell and the unknown cell don't have the same potential. And I would have to then rebalance it, find a new place, and that would tell me how many volts per centimeter there are using the standard cell. In addition, one can do other experiments. There's a resistance box provided here, which one can put in series or in parallel with the unknown cell. One never wants to use it in connection or with the standard cell, because the standard cell should not draw a current or it'll be injured. But with the unknown cell, one can put this either in parallel. In order to make that effective, here's another button you'll have to push. This is clearly at least a two-man experiment for all the buttons. And you can, if you want, get even higher resistances For example, you might put a mega ohm in series with this and remeasure the potential and see what you get. By using this in parallel with the battery here, you can find out what the internal resistance of this dry cell is. If you wish, you can get other cells, you can get thermocouples, and you can get use this device to measure a number of different potential differences which you may be interested in.